Carry on.
Right, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Do it.
First on the team
It's great to have you with us.
from Memphis, Tennessee.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Daly.
Hello, friends. Welcome to another edition of the Preferred Lives podcast with a home of good golf and better chat. My name's Reese. I'm your host tonight, and joining me on the panel this evening, we've got esteemed guest and international man of mystery, Mr. Adam Fastnedge. How are you, mate?
Happy to be here, mate.
Yeah, you're back on two legs. You were a bit crook during the week.
Yeah, I wasn't unwell last week. Yeah, unwell.
Led to a late withdrawal in the fantasy league,
Yep,
so we know it was serious.
it was pretty bad.
But you're back on deck now.
Back on deck.
You
Back on
feeling
deck.
strong?
Feeling strong. Been a hectic few weeks, but yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to hear that from you.
Happy to get to the pod.
Simu,
Hello.
how was your week?
It was fantastic.
Any
Really good.
highlights?
Oh, Aches Day was probably a little minor highlight.
A little gem?
Little gem.
Little diamond in the rough?
Well, yeah, definitely in the rough.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that.
It's good to have you here. And to my right, Mr. King. How you going, mate?
I'm great, Mr. Reese. How you going, mate?
Excellent. How was your week, bud?
It's been a cracking week. I'm still. I thought I was still a bit wounded this morning when I woke up for a 6 a.m. Client this morning, but kind of battled my way through the early morning. Got a massage and then went out and swung some clubs. So yeah, feeling fresh, feeling good. Jumped in the pool. It was a very cool 22 degrees, so that brightened me up a little bit. And then Evie wanted to go for a softball hit, so I went and smashed some balls around the park. So feeling good. Yeah, ready to get stuck into a decent little podcast.
Ready to rip in.
Ready to rip in.
I like that from you. That's good. Let's jump in. The week that was, everyone knows, was the Masters. Probably the best time of the year for us. Anyway, we had the Aches Day, which for those who are unversed in the Aches Day, it's basically a celebration of Mr. Jack Aches, a long-standing member of Toowoomba Golf Club, whose memory lives on through his son Michael, who organises a bit of a buffet breakfast for us on Masters Monday. So we all run up, we watch the last round of the Masters, have a buffet breakfast, go and play a Stableford round of golf, shotgun start, and then have a fucking 10 out of 10 steak for lunch. It was. That was one of the highlights of the day, I think. That steak.
Nice piece of porterhouse, yeah.
Delicious. Little Caesar salad, little potato thing. I'm not sure.
Gratis.
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 So, like, yep. It was lovely. I had a really good day. I was in a group with Kingy, Ushi, and we got T-Mac to come up.
T-Mac, yeah, jumped in for old
Mitchie.
Mitty D, who was a bit sad that he couldn't play. It's the one year that he loves, one day of the year that he loves, and yeah, he's back. Unfortunately, spasmed out on him, but yeah, hopefully he's coming on the mend. But yeah, T-Mac jumped into his spot, which was good. So yeah, we had a great little group.
It was a good day. Simu, you were there as well, mate. How did you go?
I wouldn't miss it for the world, mate. We had a fat time.
Who was in your group?
We had Fry Lee, Shit Question Carl, and new ring in this year, Shof.
Shof.
Shof came in. Shof actually took the
Shof
trophy.
came in.
He
all
took
right.
the
He came hard.
took the shield.
He did. He took the shield in his first
Rookie.
event. So
42 points. 41.
41 points. So there's a bit of a story. So he played really good. Like we've been playing a little bit in the mornings, sweeping the dew, getting out. He's had new irons for a couple of months now, and he's vibing them. He's had his handicap for probably about the same amount of time. I think November last year was probably his first handicap round. We played a couple together, and he's been sort of floating around that, shooting 90, sometimes 80, and he ended up coming out and shooting 79, which was really good.
Oh, that's not what I know. That's,
He had
that's this one. 79.
yeah, one birdie on 9, which was a really nice hole, and a chip in par on 15A, which really sort of kept his
Chipping
momentum
par,
up.
We
Yeah,
love those.
it was really good. But yeah, just a really solid round for him, so really happy. As it happens, last year we had a ring in, which was Shit Question Carl, who also joined us again this year. He won B grade last year. Now we've had
you're
Ian
breeding them.
Shof win the whole goddamn tournament. So we're actually going to put our full spot up for auction next year to the highest bidder.
It's an absolute elite position to be in. I can see
It is.
Fasty's eyes over there.
I think dollar signs just popped up.
Widened.
I'm in. Sign me up.
The bidding
So, yeah.
starts at $100.
Yeah, bring a blank checkbook, champion.
Really, really good day. The The course was absolutely mint. I got to see a lot of it, unfortunately,
Roughs up.
particularly on the putting greens. Had an absolute mare, which probably worked out pretty good because got a new putter at the end of that round.
Literally at the end of the
literally at
round.
the
I
end
heard
of the
there was a
round.
special delivery.
Got it chauffeured out to me. So, yeah, rocking a Spider now, thanks to MD Golf Performance. So, yeah, it was good to get all my 3 putts out of the road with a different putter, and now we're never going to miss another one. So
Clean slate.
That's how it rolls.
Natasha Romanoff in the bag.
Natasha Romanoff.
I want to give a big shout out to a member of your group, the Fry Lord, who picked me up. He was pretty keen, and he's said a few times he's one of the very first listeners we get. So good morning to you, Mr. Fry Lord,
Yep.
the champion. He was there to the end. We stuck it out. We
Yeah, probably a little later than we should have been.
yeah, we should have gone home 2 hours before we did.
It was well dark. Yeah.
Oh,
We're-
okay.
It was a long night.
Who was behind the bar?
Don't know.
I can't remember either. We were on Rombos by then, so
Yeah, cleared out. But I'll tell you
they're
what,
ready to kick us out though. That's for sure.
Would have been outside on the deck.
the smokers area of the Ridge is the place to be on Aches Day after about 4 o'clock because everyone just gravitates there, and there's some yarn spun. There's some individuals who are a little bit under the weather who I suggested feel a bit crook the next day. I was one of them. But yeah, it's a place to be. It was a great time. Absolute banger. So,
It was a hub, that's for sure.
oh, yeah. There was
It's a credit to Mr. Aches for setting it up and running it every
Absolutely.
year. He does a good job organising it. I know he takes a lot of pride in how well he runs it because he really enjoys putting that on for everyone. So
Oh, indeed. And you know, some of the proceeds head off to the junior program through the golf
Correct.
club as well, which is great. So it's good that they donate a little bit of money back into the club. So
yeah, putting it into the club's
yeah,
awesome.
especially
Yeah.
the juniors too. So yeah.
Oh, well, that's the Aches Day wrapped up and done. Now, we just wanted to give a quick little update. We believe there were some inquiries made during Aches Day around the SHIT, the task force. Simu, it was in the lower house, I believe. Has it passed? Have we got any updates on whether we're a registered organisation yet?
we do. There was a couple of people didn't turn up to vote.
Didn't have a quorum.
Yeah, so we didn't have enough people to pass the vote, so we're going to go back through again.
Makes sense. Was one Bob Cutter?
No, he was there. Definitely.
Was there? Yeah. Don't say that to
He
him.
doesn't put up with shit, you know.
No, he'll punch you in the mouth. He's
Don't
done
say
that for less. Move on. All right, let's talk about the front nine. Let's talk about the actual golf that did get played. We'll move into the front nine. It's brought to you by our mates at Build Right Innovations. Give Jack and the boys a call. I'll put their number in the show notes of this episode. As always, you guys know the drill. If you need a new house, you need a new shed, you need renovations, extensions, or you just want to have a yarn, give Jack a call. He's the man to talk to, and tell him we sent you for absolutely nothing. Now, it was the Masters, of course, boys, and Rory goes back to back. Which was pretty cool to see. Had a little falter in round 3 where we thought, oh shit, here it comes. Had a little falter on 18 where we thought, oh shit, we could be in with something here. What did we make of Rory's performance from start to finish here? I'll start with you, Fasty.
Yeah, I mean, obviously round 1, round 2 was just unbelievable. Like, to get that lead, it was insane. And you just, you know, part of me thought, yep, he's just going to keep going. But then, you know, reality sets in and you think round 3,
Oh no.
literally
I don't have
was.
to say that, I've
It
got a
was
button.
Just,
It was a bit of a moving day, like literal moving day on day 3, wasn't it? So Scotty come back after he shot 2 over on the first day.
Yep.
And then had put a round together on round 3. You could see him kind of start
7
to
under?
sneak his way through, at least 6,
yeah,
I think.
6, I think.
6.
Yeah. And he was just coming up, and I actually reactivated the sports bet account after a few dormant months, and I was like, yep, Scotty's coming for Rory. Put him on for the win. And yeah,
Reactivated.
he
You
obviously
made a
got to
phone
three.
call on Masters
It
Monday.
was half past 6 in the
You
morning.
had to
and I was-
call Sportsbet to put a bet on Cammy Young because it was phone bets only.
Yeah, had to quote a code. Shout out to Vikram, who I spoke with on the phone. Code 305, $100 on Scotty. Thanks, champion. Didn't do me any good.
Oh, I thought you threw it on Cammy Young.
I did. I threw it on both. I got
Oh,
greedy.
did
Yeah. He goes, "Is there anything else I can help you with after Cammy Young?" I went, "No." I called straight back and I got him again. Shit.
But yeah, like to go 14 years without, is it 14 years was competing?
At the Masters,
Yeah, and then won it last year and then win it again for a second year.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
Love to see it. What did you two make of it?
Well, look, obviously it was a weekend of records. So we've had Scotty go bogey free on the weekend. It's the first time anyone's ever done that before. So it was a really good record. There was another record that popped up that wasn't from this tournament, but Cam Smith in 2020. He shot
Only
four
player
rounds.
not to go 70s?
Four rounds in the 60s. The only player to ever do that, and he comes second.
yeah.
The other record was about Rory's driving. So his driving was horrible all weekend, and it was actually the second worst driving performance by a Masters champion behind Tiger Woods.
That was the first 2 days, though, wasn't it?
Wow.
Oh, that's a car crash joke, Robert.
That's just gone straight over Kingy's head, but
Oh,
it stopped at the back. It stopped at the back and came down. But it was a classic Rory performance. Just when you think he's down, he comes back, and just when you think he can't be beaten, he drops himself in the poop again. So,
Well, he threw that shot into 12, I think was the turning point, wasn't it? So that tuck right pin, the par 3 across the water, like the 12th, hit that baby little cut that rolled left to right, left him a 6-footer. Dropped that in for birdie. That was the turning point, I think.
Yep.
And then from there, he just didn't really look back until he
18.
had 3 decent shots to make, and then he schmoofed the first one into the fucking bunty. But then played this miraculous. I think he hit the first one so bad that he actually had a decent shot with his 8-iron draw, put it in the bunker at the front, splashed it out, a little bit better than Bryson did in round 2, and then just left it on the edge really for the little tap in to win it.
So Scotty was chasing him pretty hard. He had a pretty decent front nine. Then his playing partner had somewhat of a
Can we give a shout out to him?
stinky moment on the 13th, I believe it is, where he had a 10. So they reckon that was none other than the Honourable Haotong Lee, who was actually playing really well to then. And I
He was up there.
Was nearly going to put money on him being top 12 and coming back next year, like booking it in now instead of winning, the Open, which he's going to do also. But his first shot was good off the tee, and then he tugged his approach, which was some sort of wood, and it went left. And he spent 2 or 3 shots in there and took an unplayable. Got it out onto the other side, then put it over the green on the back, and then putted it off the green into the bunty, into the water, and then had to take a drop and go back in the 3-putt. Anyway, they reckon it took about half an hour
For that,
for that. And then, so you can imagine Scotty there getting ready to prime, because those holes after that, including that
Building,
hole, is
yeah.
where everyone comes in and starts making a few birdies.
He's waiting for old Carton.
So
he'd played his second shot and laid up, hadn't he,
Yeah.
Scotty? So he was waiting after,
Yep.
I think, his second or his third.
Yep.
Because there was a bit of something funky happened up there as well. After
Yep.
he hit his first one,
it
he's gone to
ricocheted
take...
somewhere.
He saw it, but he found it, but he thought it was a fucking unplayable. So he's actually picked it up.
They had
But-
to get a rules official. And
Apparently it wasn't in... He'd actually hit it out of that hazard area. So he had to go back, take an unplayable, drop it again, which is that extra penalty then. But had to hit it out of the bunt again, and that's when he ended up behind the green. So...
I mean,
I can't imagine the head noise thinking, you know what, I'm just going to putt this. I'm behind the green. I'll be sweet. I'll putt this instead of chipping it and then putting the ball in the water. That would be the ultimate. Like you.
he's not the first legend to have a 10 on a par 5. We've all been there, and all the good golfers have, really. And it probably won't be the last person to do that, but I think
He's probably the first person to celebrate with a double arm fist pump when it did go in for 10.
and the crowd were feeding off him too. So good on him. But there's a lot of content about
A lot of
him.
good memes.
Yeah.
People
a lot of
loving
good
him,
memes.
loving his reaction to everything. He didn't
Yeah.
slam his club into the ground. He wasn't, doing all things. He was definitely some value for people to watch.
100%. And to be a contender as well. He
Yeah,
playing
he
the
was
final round with
contender.
Scotty.
Yeah,
Like,
his
it's pretty
name
good.
was on the leaderboard for a bit there, like because on the coverage they've got like the top 6, top 7 that sort of appear in the little window, and he was on there a
was there
bit,
for a
which
fair
was
while.
yeah, and then just
Till the 10.
He might be one of the first honorary shit task force, or he.
Oh, look, if there's 2 people on +8 on the final round, I'm probably going to give it to Shane Lowry, because he's probably got more potential. So we
Fair.
can't have 2 people on the
Fair.
same tournament. So
Might have to go to a vote, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm overriding it.
Like that.
I'm overriding it.
No, I like
Larry, overruled.
Let's talk about bed shits. Not just over one round or 2 rounds, but I think Bryson was a pretty big letdown. Early tournament favourite. There was a lot of chat about him. A lot of hype got built up, and he just didn't have it, boys. What do we make of what little we saw of Bryson?
I think his bunker play was really bizarre because he's not really a guy who's traditionally struggled. Like he won the US Open hitting a bunker shot and made himself very famous over it. And he struggled twice. Like he had struggled on the final hole of the second round, which is what kicked him out. He was in under the cut line. And then that other day where he made a triple was the same thing.
Left it in the bunker.
Left it in the bunker. So that's, maybe it's the bounce on his new 3D printed irons that he's doing. Maybe they've got different, like who knows? Like if you're not using a traditional club that doesn't
Who
have
knows?
the hours of testing going into it, like maybe he's got a copy that he's using that's similar to another club, but who knows what sort of variables he's introducing into his game with these 3D printed irons.
Do you think this is a little bit off track? Is it just a gimmick for him now? Is he just trying to?
No, I think he genuinely feels like he can't get the support he needs from other people, and that's what's happened with LA Golf and Ping and Cobra and all that. They've just said, hands
Just
away.
fucking
We
woo, mate,
can't
yeah.
do it. We can't support you like this. The other thing is swinging a full length club out of a bunker, trying to do a finesse shot. That's probably something that no one else does. So
Was his shafts full length all the way through to wedges as well?
yep, 7 iron length,
Beyond pitch and wedge.
7 iron length all the way through.
Really?
Yep.
Be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. So
Have to choke
anyway,
halfway down the thing.
he's got a bit of work to do. The John Rahm didn't do well either. Cam Smith's been pretty cold. I don't think any of the Live guys did really well. Are the courses set up too easy on Live is probably one of the main questions. Are they really getting a test out?
Hatton was up.
Hatton
there,
was
wasn't
good,
he?
yeah. So sorry.
Haddon was probably the only shining light.
Hatton was good. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot to be desired about those guys and their form. And
Sergio did all right too.
number one in breaking shafts.
Mamma mia.
More on that later.
More on that later. Now, we are going to have a bit of an update on the fantasy winners, but I asked the boys here just to bring their own topic just to talk about from the Masters. Was there anything that sort of piqued their interest or thought it conversation worthy while we're doing the review side of things? Fasty, I'll go to you. What topic did you bring to the table, sir?
I thought it was pretty interesting to see Pot Gaiter in round 1
Knifing one?
just knife City.
One of us.
It
was
good to see. They are human, but also it was.
Where would you rate that with his wedge horizon hitter versus Hao Tong Lee's one that he did into that par 5 where he's just like sculled his 7 iron and rolled it down into the bund.
That's tough.
Yeah. I prefer Pot Gaiters because it should have just been a nice little.
Yeah, just a nice little pop up,
Yeah,
little
and just-
hop, stop into the crowd too. Like, fuck, that's not good. But we've again all the good players knife wedges from time to time.
Yeah,
Like,
they all do.
it just happens. Simwe, what do you got for us, mate?
Because MD hasn't been able to make it tonight, something that he was frothing about all weekend, other than his new favourite golfer, Jason Day's fantastic outfits that he was wearing was Brooks Koepka's mock necks, the Nike mock necks that he was wearing all weekend. He's bringing
The
it
Green
back.
Wiggle, Brooks.
He looked like I was a fan of the mock neck style and the way the shirts were cut and everything was really nice. I wasn't a big fan of some of those colours, but I think that was a good showing from him. That's if it was root or boot, it was definitely root.
He actually played okay too. How did he
did.
end up? T12.
T12, so he's back next year. Yeah.
He looked okay.
He did. He looked good. There was a lot of good fits. There wasn't many horrible fits. I think Sergio left his Ronald McDonald outfit at home this year, which was good. So we didn't see that.
Yeah, it was a shame. Yeah.
Yeah. J-Day's all the Melbourne stuff was good. Tommy looked good
Tommy
with
looked
his
good. Yeah.
flared out pants.
I was a big fan of Big Dick Vic with like the sort of the
Camo, digital camo.
Yeah, the digicam with like the azaleas. I thought that was really cool.
He copped that. He copped a lot of heat for that on some of the other
Did he? Yeah,
shows. Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm.
I think
weird.
it was definitely a more traditional style Masters. There wasn't a lot of out there stuff. There was a lot of pale.
You didn't like the 2 tag shoes either. The
Oh, they were a bit bright. They looked like high vis, like he was going to work on Bloody mine
Job
sites
site.
and Job site.
He's on the way.
Give me high vis boots here, bro.
Any other fits that took your bloke's eyes that come to mind? Or looking at the fits, we were looking at the
Yeah,
golf because we're
I wasn't
Rory-
playing
man,
Rory was a little
we're
bit
blokey
bland,
men.
wasn't he? He was a bit.
traditional.
Yeah.
He's never setting trends though. with
That's
clothing.
fair.
What about Bobby Mack? What was
Yeah, he
he?
wore tartan on the first day.
And he had
He had
just
like a little.
blue and black pants for the rest of the tournament, or what?
Well, he only played 2 rounds.
That's good by you.
After he'd smashed it up.
What was your topic, King Man?
I was going to make mention of Min Woo. It was really disappointing. I think everyone on the podcast and within Australia had pretty high hopes that he'd at least make the cut, but
I wasn't.
He had a very poor showing, which I think was very disappointing considering his most recent form. So that was probably my primary one as far as the Aussies. But good to see J-Day and Scotty, step up. A couple of stalwarts there. They've been around the course a few times, so. Good to see both of those guys make the cut and perform as well.
T24 for Scott and T12 for J-Day.
Yeah.
Mine was around young amateur Mason Howell, who got paired with Rory and Cam Young on day one. And I can imagine the nerves. He's only 18 years old, the young fella. And I can just imagine what he'd be going through. First tee, you just want to get one in play. He swung his ass off. In fact, he swung his hat off. He swung so hard. He lost his hat and pulled this thing left pretty bad. But I can just... He looked okay after that. It was like he just needed to get that first shot off, and you could see he's got a lot of game. So I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more out of amateur Mason Howell. Only 18, but yeah, I can imagine how daunting it'd be being in a group with a US Open winner in the Cam Young was players, wasn't he? Was it the US
Players.
winner, and then Rory last year's winner in your group, and you swing your ass off at one and lose your hat and pull it left, and it sucked. But yeah, he looked pretty good other than that. So yeah, he might be one I'm adding to my stable a bit later on.
Okay.
How did we go with the short thing with Adam King?
We started off hot. I accidentally forgot to tell everyone that our top Aussie at J-Day was actually just for round one, and it came in. But in the end, he was the top Aussie as well. So we got that one in at $4. The other one was the 2 or more hole-in-one. So unfortunately just ended up with the one, Shane Lowry's one on the 6th, I think it was, in round 3.
Is he a specialist?
Apparently so. Just ask him. He'd called it apparently that he was going to hit one in round 3. Hopefully, I was hoping he would have called it and hit another one in round 4 as well. But that funnel pin that we had on the 16th, I was expecting a little bit more action in and around the hole, but no one really got too close to it. I know J-Day, after Lowry went in, maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he buzzed the hole. But that was kind of
I think Scotty got it within like a foot or two.
the closest they got.
You must have been relieving yourself at the time, but when he did buzz it, I'm pretty sure it was Scotty. There was there was a table in front of us enjoying their eggs and bakey. They snapped their heads around like, "Oh, it's coming," because they all knew that you were on the 2 hole-in-ones. And they were, "Oh, is he done?" Oh,
So unfortunately missed out on that one. In our top 20 multi, got ever so close. We had Chef, who ended up second, Xander, who ended up with a T9. We had Matty Fitz as well, who battled his way back into a T18. Unfortunately, Aberg shat the bed. He bogeyed 2 of his last 3 holes to miss the top 20 by 1 shot with a T21. So we missed out on the top 20 multi. But we got 1 from 3, not too bad.
it's pretty good at the Masters. You'd be pretty happy with 1 from 3. Now, fantasy-wise, the great Mitchell took our little league out. He had a pretty good little roster at the end of it. So he's done himself really well, and he's locked in a bottle of his choosing on behalf of us. So well done to Mitchell. We're winning the preferred lie creator fantasy league. For the fans, yeah, I suppose they are fans of ours. What was the name of the winner? What was the name of the
That's a very good question.
the Shankers?
The Mitch
Roughies, Roughnecks or something.
Rough Shankers.
The Rough Shankers. So, Rough Shankers, if you can make yourself known, you can prove that you are the Rough Shankers. Send the page through either an email or a DM on the socials, and we'll get your prize back out to you. But there's rumours that it's a returning champion,
back to
Mr.
back.
Sam Finlayson, for who last year also got the chockies. So
T2B.
there's rumours. Unconfirmed, but rumours.
Imagine how good it would be if you got to pick your own players instead of other people taking all the best
It
people.
would be pretty cool. Although I have to admit, I probably would have taken.
Tooken.
I probably would
That's
have
Tooken.
taken Rahm in there somewhere, and Rahm was no good. And I probably
was 4
would have
under on
thought
last
about
day.
Riso. Like, so yeah, you never know. Never know. But well done to all the fantasy guys who did things
It was
well.
pretty tight at the top, I think, in the end. So there was only
Yep.
a couple of points in it.
Yeah.
Big well done to Fasty, who'll be shouting a box of delicious Smirnoff vodka crushes for next year. These are absolutely delightful. Did not know they're a big can. Did not know they're more than a standard drinking said can. Let's move on, boys. Were there any other reviews? I don't think there was too much more going on in the golfing world this week, was there? No. It was all eyes on the green jacket.
Not that I gave a shit about anyway.
Not that anyone cares about. Not that you want to listen to at home. All right, let's preview it. Let's go to the RBC Heritage. I'm going to throw over to Sim Wu now, who's going to give us a bit of a course rundown on where we're playing. Over to you, mate.
Right, RBC Heritage at Harbour Town. So directly after last tournament, this time last year, they ripped up this course and did a major renovation. So this is going to be the first time we've played this one as it stands. So effectively, I believe every green has been remodelled. So no one's really going to have any knowledge of how the greens roll, where they're going, how fast they're going to be, and all that sort of stuff, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, right.
So they're the same. It's the same grass that they put back down, but the greens have all been remodelled. There's new tees on the 6th and 18th. So it's now 30 yards longer in total. So they've just modified those two holes to make them a bit longer. Still a par 71. Still has pretty short rough, so it's only 1.25 inch rough. But it's one of those courses where accuracy off the tee is regarded because of how tight it is. So there's lots of overhanging trees and shortish holes. It's definitely not a bomber's course because you just can't get the ball up fast enough to get it over the trees. It's
Yeah,
definitely
okay.
it's like
A few little funnels to hit through.
well, it's an artiste course. So it's a Pete Dye course. So it's very make you think, where are you going to hit your shot? How are you going to hit it? You've got to hit a specific shot to get it into the right area. So you can't just go out and blast it over to the corner. You've actually got to hit a fade for this one and a draw for that one. And yeah, it's a really good course to watch.
Technician's course.
It is a technician's course. So of the, what is this called? A signature event.
Yeah.
So even though it's a week after the Masters, it's still one I like to watch because of the course.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next point on here. Is it worth having a signature event like the week after the Masters? Is that just to get everyone in, you think?
Well, there's a few that aren't playing as a result of them
Just
coming
having
straight
a-
off the Masters. So I think they get a couple of these signatures that they're allowed to defer.
Yeah.
Two, is it?
And this one, there's more people in this signature event because of the Century being cancelled earlier in the year. So the 10 guys that would have got into the Century and the Century only are playing this event.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they get like a, hey, you just come along to this
Come
one
along to
because
this one.
Yeah.
So does that mean there's a cut for this signature event?
No, there's still no cut.
Okay.
Wow. Big field.
So there's 82 instead of 72.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
72 plus 10.
10, yeah, 82.
82.
Yeah.
Quick
It
math.
is. It is quick math. Who is in the field, Fasty? Who have you identified? Who looks good?
So yeah, being a SIG event, we've got a lot of big names. We've got Bobby Mack being one of the biggest.
Robbie
Last
Mack.
year's winner, JT, Ludwig, Cammy Young, Shane Lowry, Shoffley,
But the
Tommy Fleetwood, Fitz, and Scheffler's playing.
next- yeah, right.
Of the Aussies, we've got J-Day, Min Woo, Koala Carl.
It's a pretty decent little field. Obviously, being a signature event, you'd expect it to be decent. But even like the week after the Masters, the boys are just straight back into it.
Yep. The pick of the names would be William Meow.
Meow, yep.
Yeah.
Betting non-favourite, but anyway. And yeah, obviously no Rory after coming off the back of.
He's still trying to work. I saw his Whoop data. His recovery went down pretty far after winning the Masters. I can imagine why. I reckon he would have had a couple of pints. You reckon?
Couple of whiskies.
A few Guinnesses, I think.
What do you reckon the etiquette is at Augusta after you win? Do you get blind there, or do you go back with the boys to another pub, or are they like, right, let's just close the doors?
I
Members
think
only. That's
they'll probably just ask you what you want to do, I would say.
Yeah,
Where do
you
you
get
want me?
access to the Champions Bar, I'd imagine, and then
Yeah.
they just shut the door and you
You
get the midget strippers in and fucking
Get
go to town.
naked in the locker room and Naked luge.
No comment, Nick.
No, I'm just imagining. It'd be a hell of
Rory
a time.
naked.
Yeah. Be a specimen. It'd be a specimen, no doubt.
Pogreville.
Shout out Cobber. What the fuck's that about? Anyway, we won't talk. We're not going to give that any air. Let's talk about the short thing with Adam King. Look, we had a pretty good week at the Masters, relatively.
Not too bad. We got really close to the top 20 multi, so we're going to keep that one rolling here. Betting favourite is Chef, so you mentioned Chef being there. He's paying $5 as a betting favourite in a signature event, so that's pretty good money for him, I think. And he has found some form post arrival of his little Ratatouille, little Remy. Showed up, so whether he can keep that one rolling, he doesn't have to battle against Rory this time. Matty Fitz and Xander both paying $15. Cammy Young at 18. Russ Henley, who had a decent showing, top 10, I believe he ended up.
Yeah, definitely.
At the Masters, he's paying $18 as well. And Ludwig shat his pants on the last 3 holes. Aberg at $21. Our 2 bets for the sure thing with Adam King. Top 20 multi, I'm running 4-man deep. So I'm going Chef, who was obviously runner-up last week. He's found his form. I've got Matty Fitz, who is a previous winner here. He's had 4 top 15s in and around here as well, which is pretty good. Xander with an X, who ended up T9, so he had a top 10 finish, which was his 4th top 10 in 5 starts. So we got Xander bang in there. And Cammy Young, who obviously T3 last week. And he has no worse than a T7 for his last 4 starts. So those 4, Chef, Fitz, Xander, Cammy Young, into a top 20 multi, paying $4.93, but managed to, believe it or not, power played the shit out of it up to $5.20. Not a bad little bet there. And our second one, I'm going to stay on the J-Day train as the top Oceania, paying $2.40. You mentioned Minwoo, you mentioned Koala Carl, and Foxy is the other man from the area in and around there as well. That's a short thing with Adam King at the RBC Heritage.
Boom. That's pretty concise, King, man. I like that. Getting $5 for a top 20, that's pretty good. We'll put those up on the feed if you want to copy the bet. If you're Luke Thomas and you want to go the exact opposite of that, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Just remember to tag us in your bet. We want slips, not tips, or the other way around. Who knows? All right, boys. Do we have anything else? Any other previews before we move on to the arse end of the potty?
Yeah, Live Golf is on down in Mexico. Chapultepec. That one, thank you.
I had
down
that at Guzman and Gomez the other day.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, the Chapultepec.
Did you have the chimichangi sauce?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, no, that's the thing. At Mexico City. So there were some bets.
Very high altitude.
Yeah.
Ball go very far. Bryson go bang bang.
And then smoosh in the bunker. bunker. I think that's the only thing that I saw. I think there's a champions.
Yeah, it's
Seniors or
senior PGA champ.
Yeah.
That's where the real cool stuff happens.
Who cares? Bernard Langer.
Bernard, they teeing it up in the sand.
Harrington.
Poof.
Who was
Ernie Els is paying $19.
who was the
Freddie Couples.
Freddie Couples, who actually was in the top
Fine,
10
good.
for the first round and then did
With
not
his fucking
end up there.
fluoro balls.
Yeah.
I think he ended up,
He was 2 under after the front.
5 from last or something.
Yeah, right.
Him and VJ down the arse end.
You had a few at the bottom of the list there. How'd Ethan Fang end up?
He was fanging for a par. Didn't have too many of them, old Heath.
Who was the low M? Did we end up with a low M? Interesting.
So
No
you're from
one just
Minecraft.
made the cut, so you just can't see their score.
It just says, yeah. So, yeah.
There's usually one that does make it, hey? It's really strange to
Angel
see.
Cabrera was plus 16.
DFL?
Who, sorry?
Cabrera.
Not Angel.
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 Davis Riley, plus 18.
A bit of Guy Sebastian, but Angels brought me here.
It's a hard golf course,
Tricky.
apparently.
Not for Rory. He played it all week, all month. It was fucking. How good! All right. Well, that wraps up. Look, we're dribbling a little bit at the moment, but if you'd like to get on and have a bit of a chat to us or tell us some yarns, remember you can do so by emailing us at preferredliesgolf.com. You can do all that.
Preferredliesgolf.com.
Isn't that it? That's the website. Sorry, these are 2.2. Oh, sorry, 2.1. Email us. I'll put it in the show notes. The email address. You can do that on there. lovely to. I've just lost my train of thought. It's gone from me.
We should go to the break, I think.
Email us. We want to hear from you, and remember to rate us. When we approach sponsors, the first thing they do is they have a look at our ratings. They have a look at them on Spotify and also on Apple. So if you listen to us on either of those platforms, chuck in a 5-star review. Helps us a lot when we're trying to get some deals done to make your life easier. Because when we deal with sponsors, we want to make your life easier and give you some cool shit as well as helping us out. So give us a 5-star review if you like us. If you don't, we hate 5-star reviews, so you can do that as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Lives podcast. You've joined us at Halfway, which is the turn, brought to you by our friends from Crush Organics. Jump on the website, crushproducts.com. Get your gummies for your rounds of golf. We had, who was telling us around they tried the gummies for the first time? It was Putty from Club Carl fame, who is like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to give these things a go. And came out and shot a PB.
Yeah,
broke
80, yeah, for the first time. Yeah.
Rewarded himself with a Melbourne bag, which was fantastic that he apparently doesn't really want anymore. But a big shout out. If they can do that for Putty, they can do it for you. So jump on to crushproducts.com, links in the show notes, use code PLP and get 40% off your order, which is awesome. Righto, back 9 time. Steamers and Bounty Hunter brought to you by our friends at Set Interiors. Best in the business. Give Connor a ring for all your plastering needs. Boys, do we have a steamer or a bunty? Might go to you, Kingman, on this one.
Sweet. I've got 2. We did mention Haltung Lee with his quintuple bogey for a 10. Putt into the water, 3-putt, celebrate afterwards. But I'm going to move on quickly after that into Sergio Garcia, final round, slamming his driver into the sandbox or a tee box on the 2nd, I believe. Got a contrary conduct warning and a fine, I believe. And then proceeded, you mentioned earlier, he proceeded to come out with an apology letter saying how much he respects Augusta.
He deeply regrets his actions and he respects the institute that is Augusta and blah, blah, blah. Just a very PR worded, sorry, email basically.
So ChatGPT AI generated.
Very, very on brand.
Very steamerish, but I mean, he's a fiery little Spaniard. I get that, but
Spicy boy.
You got to be on your best behaviour at Augusta. And
it's a whole different level. It's like going to visit the Queen. Like you wouldn't.
That's it.
You know, you wouldn't wear a red shirt.
You got to
to
remember it's a privilege, you know.
Yeah,
no matter how good you are.
They can kick you off, like, and just don't give a fuck. Like, show a bit of decorum, Sergio. Simwu, you have one for us, mate?
I'm going to do it's a generalised steamer. I hope this is okay.
Generalised?
Generalised on the entire social media industry.
Oh, fuck.
For people that use AI to write long-winded comments or stories on particularly Facebook. You don't really see it on Instagram too much. But on Facebook, a lot. So there was a guy that did a big story about Rory's Whoop scores. And it got posted to Sportskeeda, I think, Sportskeeda Golf. And you see it's the exact same way of writing everywhere. So it doesn't matter what they're writing about, whether it's sport or golf or the war in Iran or whatever it is. It's the exact same method of writing, and they have a lot of contrast. They say, this is not just this, it's that. And it's like something that's completely opposite. And they try and make you think a particular way, but it's all exactly the same.
Yeah, right. You've noticed a bit of an uptick on
Cobbs does it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm over it. Every time I see something that's written by AI, you can see it straight away because it all has the same little
There's
tags.
AI detectors you can use now where you can copy paste into like it might even be an AI and it'll say this is 87%. Yeah, it's
Well,
been
tell you what
generated by ChatGPT.
Tell you what I'm not going to do, Nick, and that's copy every Facebook post I read into an AI generator to see if it's AI.
You're not going to do that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
No, well, you shouldn't have to, mate. You shouldn't have to. That's the point you're trying to
I'm
make.
putting everyone on notice about that. Just
But how do you know if it's AI or not then?
I can tell.
So you are
the generator.
I'm smarter than AI.
Similar
Well, it's
generator.
just you know when you see the same thing over and over again.
I
same
always
style
say
of
thank you
writing.
to
just
like
rinse and
Grok
repeat.
Yeah.
after I'm done, just in case they do take over the world. I'd be like, that guy said thanks every time. So I'm always, thanks, mate. Appreciate your help. Just in case the world goes all Skynet.
Hedging your bets.
Never know. Never know. Hail to our robot overlords. Fasty, do you have something for us, good sir?
I hate to put another man down, but I was shocked at Scheffler's hairline when he took his hat off.
Oh, he is a father of two now, so
Dad life is really
yeah, hit him hard. You think?
I've left the chat, though. I can't comment.
It's a
on
golfer
this.
thing, though, isn't it? Like, because they're just constantly wearing hats. A
I
lot
think
of golfers go bald.
on and off. Yeah, like for when I saw Hatton take his hat off for the first time, holy shit!
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
it's wearing caps all the time.
Yeah,
What do you think as a kid? Like, if they're a professional golfer, they've played juniors, which means a lot of time out in the sun, and you get the spiel of, you got to protect your skin, you're going to be out here forever if you're professional, and their job is to be outside in the sun hitting balls. And that's like the generation that we've got now that are professionals. Maybe 20 years' time might not be the same because there's a lot of simulator golf gets played, and it's inside, no hat. But yeah, golfers, no hat.
So switch to a visor, maybe.
I don't. I don't subscribe to that at all. I don't think.
Are you calling me out?
100% I am. I don't think sunlight, UV protection has anything to do with the receding hairline
I'll
whatsoever.
tell you a story. So
Story time. with
shout
Simon.
out to my old man Albie. He's got no hair on his legs because he's wore long pants his whole life because he's fitter. He has literally not a hair on his legs. Looks like they're shaved. It's because he wears something on them all day, rubs all the hair off. Same as your head. Like, they're not going bald.
It's time, man, you had a chat about your dad shaving his legs. That's the story he's told
secretly
you.
does not like cycling. I can see that.
That's the story he's told you
Sneaking out at
for
5
40
a.m.
years.
All right. Well, my
How do
story
you
checks out.
How do you explain hair on Fasty's arsehole then? Like,
It's good,
That's
isn't it?
different.
that's different, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay, right.
He's a nudist. Have you been down to Blackstone Creek?
Something is perineum, just perineum.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
The perineum.
Perineum, thank you.
Yeah. Wow, that's something I didn't want to envision. Fasty. Yeah, right. Ankles, boys' ears. Interesting. How did we get onto that? That was steamer of
It's a bit of a
AI.
segue. We got
AI.
there. We got there.
And no, it was your about Terrell Hatton and
Yeah.
fucking
The hair.
just
Scotty chef. Yeah.
just shave it, boys.
Not genetic at all.
Yeah, it's no good. I'll tell
much
you
hat
that. It's not
wearing.
much fun. I'd love to wear a visor. I just obviously can't. But yeah, just fucking get rid of it.
J-Day rocked the visor all 4 days, didn't he?
He's got slightly more hair than I. Just.
Bet Jake Knapp with his flowing locks.
Mm.
He's probably worn a hat for a
He does
majority
have
of
good
his
hair.
life, though.
No, he was a bouncer working at night time for a long time. So
No UV.
He wore a
at night
visor.
time.
Just
So
the
he
black
should
lights.
be thinning.
Jake
them,
Knapp is a good name for a bouncer too. I'll put you to sleep, mate.
nap time. That's his handle on Instagram. Is nap time limited.
Nap time.
Nap time.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Any other random steamers? Any others? You said you had two, King Man?
I said them both already, though.
Did you?
The how tongue lead.
Do you shave your legs?
I don't think so. I do wear long pants in winter, though, but they're
Must
still
be
hairy.
genetics. Must be genetics. I got a pair of shorts the other day. You know the ones you put me on, the Golf Gods ones?
Oh, they showed up.
Fucking unreal.
How good are they?
Yeah, pretty good. I just want to give a side note to them. They're fucking really cool. They got the belt loops at the top.
Yep.
Fucking love them. Anyway, don't know how we got into that. Let's jump on private PLP comp. We just want to bring this up. We've been talking about it, and we had a little trial run at the Oaks Day. We're just going to run a little practice one for the remainder of the month of April. And then we're going to do something called the May Medal. And we're going to create a competition for all PLP listeners. If you'd like to join, we're going to put a joining fee of $20. We'll put some details up on the socials. If you're interested, though, and you'd like to join, $20 by the start of May. Basically, what we're going to do is your two best Stableford scores over the month. Do you think 2 or 3?
Yep, we'll work it out. We'll let everyone know what it is.
It'll either be 2 or 3. Played at the Ridge.
Yep, Toowoomba Golf Club.
Must be a Toowoomba resident, or if you're not a resident, then you must be playing at Toowoomba Golf Club. And yeah, you can play as many as you like, or as few as you like.
Yeah, so it's going to be. So we have to set which days and which competitions it's going to be in. So it'll be in the Stableford competitions
Yep.
that are held throughout the month of May.
Yep.
At Toowoomba Golf Club, provided our professionals don't fuck the scores up when they set the comps up at the start of the
They wouldn't do that, would
no,
they?
wouldn't. No, wouldn't happen.
Please reset your
Wouldn't happen.
phones.
Yep.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. $20. We'll do a prize for first, a prize for second, and you might get something for coming lucky last too. So jump in if you're interested in that.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated as it gets closer.
I think that's probably the best way to do it. But yeah, register your interest. If you want to do that early, just flick us a DM or an email.
We'll send the code through
we'll
once it's
send out
been
some stuff for
generated.
it. Yeah. Cool. All right. We do have some Rowies Rugby League, but do we have any good yarns before then? Was there any other stories from Aches Day or any other points of interest that the listeners might be involved in before we get into the rugby league side of things, fellas?
There's probably a few stories that shouldn't be aired. There was
Even on the Discord, I don't think they're suitable for the Discord either.
No. There was some very interesting chat around the lunch table, which was quite entertaining to say the least. We had a few vinos, a few red wines flowing, which was good with the porterhouse.
Shout out
Frizy-
Benny Hackwood.
Frizy managed to find another bottle or two. Or was that Benny Hackwood brought it over?
No, Shoaf bought another
Shoaf.
bottle.
Shoaf brought another
bought it,
bottle over, which was good. So, yeah, things got a little bit sideways there for a while. And then Simu made a timely exit just as we were moving our focus into the pokies room. had a couple of slaps before we lost one soldier to a prior engagement.
Yeah, he had an appointment.
He did have an appointment, very
Special
important
appointment he had to get done by a certain time.
Yep, so big shout out to Carlinger there. But you, me, and Frizy had a decent little slap there. We had a couple of
we hung on.
high fives. We had a couple of free spins. We had a couple of features, and then we decided to let it ride.
Just rip in.
And then we started on the rumbos, and we let it all ride. And the syndicate went poorly after that.
There was a point in time there where I was staring at one of the machines and I was like, fuck, that's spinning fast, all the numbers and that wasn't the one we were playing. So I had to go outside and just have a little bit of fresh air out there and just
touch
try
grass.
and it got a bit hectic there and I'm glad I did that.
Yep. And a big shout out to Fry Lord for offering us a lift home and then not being able to do that when his wife showed up because he had a car full of kids. So
I'll give you a lift. It depends what car she takes. Oh, it's not the one that I came up here in.
Second big shout out to my wife then who come and picked us up, drove
Late notice.
drove you home. So we went down the bottom of the range and it was a very quiet car ride on the way back up the range
Shout out
after
to
that.
B.
So big shout out to B. Love
Big
you.
shout out.
Love you heaps. She was talking to me the next day, so that's
good.
That's
Positive
very,
feedback.
very good considering. And
I
we
got
had-
a text too.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I love you.
My wife texted you.
She's mad at you, not me.
She was. Yeah. Love you, babe.
Love you too. I want to give a shout out to my wife. I came home and she's like, "You hungry?" I'm like, "Fucking kind of." She's like, "I made you tacos," and I was like, "Fucking come here, you." Yeah, I had fucking tacos when I got home. It was delicious.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's good.
The Mexican guy.
I'm not going to divulge that information on the podcast. That's probably more for the Discord. Anyway, this week, lads, I approached Rowan Dorhe from Dorhe's Flores, and I said, mate, look, we do the Rowies Rugby League. I want to do an intro. Do you think you could sing us a little song? He said, mate, I'm not much of a singer. It doesn't actually sound like my voice when I sing, but I said, well, just make something up. I know you're a yarnsman of note. Can you sing us a tune just so we can do a bit of an intro to Rowies Rugby League before we get into the tipping and the super coach and that? So the new intro for Rowies Rugby League.
Rugby, rugby, rugby league. Rugby, rugby, rugby league. Rugby league.
So big thank you to Rowan for that, who's an excellent singer. I'm really happy with that effort by him. Probably deserves another play. That actually got cut off halfway through, but the full version.
Rugby, rugby, rugby league. Rugby, rugby, rugby league. Rugby, rugby, rugby league. Rugby league.
So that's Rowies Rugby League, sung by the one and only Rohan Dorhe. So let's move into Rowies Rugby League. Shit week for tipping, fellas.
Wasn't it?
3 for me.
Do you know what the highest was in our league?
4.
4. If you thirsty drink.
Fuck.
That's unreal, hey. We're just going to shout out the people that didn't get any, and that was Marty the garbage can. He got
Oh, the
0.
garbage hipster.
He's on the nudie run, so We're going to need to see.
Jeez, that'd be. Oh, you know what? We should hit that up.
We're
At
going to need.
Albin.
Yeah,
we should do one.
We're going to need to see some blurred out footage of a nudie run on PLP.
Send that through directly to my mobile, Marty, if you don't mind.
The unblurred. We'll blur it out ourselves.
Appreciate you, Marty. Thanks, mate.
In-depth review.
I'll blur out both heads. Don't worry about it, mate. You'll be right.
So that means it's still pretty tight. So we got the Ingoldsby Raider, 31 points. Lachlan H, 29. Jergsy and Clifton Butch on 28. Then a big swath of guys on 26. Down to Harry Potsmoker on 25. So it's pretty tight still. It's anyone's game. Doesn't look like it's getting much easier this round either. So
I haven't even looked at the round yet.
yeah, so
Still wounded after my 2 from last week.
yeah, it's just horrible. And then if we go to our league of super coaches, the designated drinker is still on top, 12 points. Cambo's Albinos, 10 points. Gemini picked my team, and Westbrook Wizards on 10 points as well. Moisty's Mob.
Moisty.
Yep, yeah, they're doing pretty good as well. It's pretty tight as well at the top. So
I got to win against the Chalky Wilkes.
the Chalky Wilkes, that's good. You
That's
take
a
that.
good win.
Take that every day of the week.
Did you beat him today on the course too? Did you double up?
Point. I think we were probably even on points actually. No, he washed the last hole. So yeah, I beat him by 1.
It's not a good Wilk for the week. Not a good week for the Wilk.
No, just a special shout out to Fasties Flyers. Points differential minus 1,339. So got a bit of work to do
Going
there,
well.
Fasty.
We'll make it up.
Try not to pick the teams with the Poms in them, mate. You might do a little bit better.
Shout out to Jono.
Set and forget, mate. Is it? Like, have you looked at it since round 1?
He doesn't want to tell us how many hours a week he's spending on it. I think that's what we're getting at here.
He's subscribed to like the
round
extra features and all.
Supercoach
He's
Plus.
got he's got Supercoach Plus. He's in there and he's still.
All right, but what about for the English players?
What about Herbie Farmworth?
Optimize.
He was me captain and he fucking didn't play at a bye, isn't it? Fucking hell, that's why I didn't fucking score well. Fuck me, groan. Yeah, tell you what, not great for me. Nearly scored 1,400, got beaten by good friend Jono, who was an absolute menace. What did he score? He scored over 1,400, which didn't bode well for me. I'm just trying to find and see if I can see what he actually did score because it was pretty fucking decent at the end of it there. No, I can't find it. Maybe it was the Westbrook Wizards. Whatever it was, it fucking beat me, and it wasn't that. Yeah, it was too. Westbrook Wizards, 1,481. So he nearly scored 1,500 points. So I've wasted a fucking really good week on a loss. So rectal thermometers, we're looking to bounce back with 3 and 3. We're looking to break through the barriers.
Do it.
Going to do our best. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps us up, fellas. Does anyone else have anything for the week? Anything on? Anything exciting this week?
No, heading down. Well, it is exciting. Heading down to Fridays in Brisbane for a
Birdie Num Nums.
party on Saturday. It's going to be good. 50th. Uncle.
Oh, nice.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Just calling Shorty Uncle by the end of the night on Monday.
He's everyone's Uncle Shorty.
Uncle Shorty. Yeah, he's good for a yarn too.
I'm sitting on the bench this week for penance. We're coming off a tie against Warwick at home, which was.
You want to talk about that?
Oh no, I requested the benching.
Okay.
I was expecting to have to go play softball with my daughter.
Right.
First game of the season down in Redlands, but I found out yesterday that she's not going because she's got under 18s trials. So I could have played, but I'll be thankful for a rest because pennant season gets pretty hectic. I get a bit heady in around pennant season, so it'd be good to play around on Saturday with the boys. I think we got around with Fremo and Reese if he's back from the coast. And Big Gav Ford as well. So that'll be a nice little foursome.
Just a reminder to Gav, he's playing with Kane Freeman. Kane Freeman.
Yep. What was he calling him?
Kane Martin.
No, he asked us about 48 times who he was playing with on the weekend. See your mate? Yeah. The volcano, Kmart, the hurricane. Who is it? I said, his name's Kane, but we use all these other names for him. You're like, you called him Freemo. I'm like, well, his last name's Freemo. Freemo. He's like, So what do you call him, Kmart? I'm like, because Kane, yeah. After you've had 9 rums and a
all 40,
half bottle of red wine,
lost.
and fuck,
We,
so that was
we
fun.
deleted a few Krakens, didn't we?
Yeah, little shorties too, little
Yeah, they go down a little bit too.
more Kraken than Coke, and those little fuckers. Shout out.
So yeah, looking forward to playing with the boys. Looking forward to Fremo being back. He's had a big hitch out. I think he had 3-week hitch out.
3
so
weeks out, so
he'll be
he's
frothing.
very keen.
He's back today. I think he was due back Wednesday.
Yeah, should be back tonight, I'd say.
So yeah, looking forward to not having to wake up stupid early on Sunday and go out and play penance. Best of luck to the boys. Best of luck to the boys. They're playing Kabbalah at home. So hopefully they get the win. There's a couple of decent names coming back into the team with a couple of decent names and me out. So yeah, big shout out to them. And I get to go watch the young fella play soccer, which I'm frothing for actually.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mint.
Like that. What about you, Sim? What's plans?
I think you've already asked me.
50th, sorry.
Should you go to Fridays maybe?
Fasty. What are your plans, mate?
Might try and slip out on Sunday and have a bit of a hit. Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Like an early morning Sunday? You going
No,
late
it'd
afternoon?
be, late off. I think.
Bit of a Sunday session. Like that from you. Very
Social or comp.
I might try and slip into the comp. The comp.
good. Arse end of the comp.
12:30-ish PM.
I like that from you. That's good. I like it a lot. Rightio, well, that brings us to a close of the podcast.
I've
We
got
thank-
something to say.
Oh,
I need to say something.
okay. We've only been talking for an hour and 20 minutes. You haven't had time until now, until I was rubbing things
I
up.
just
That's
want
good.
to remind everyone.
Whoa.
I just want to remind everyone, we do actually have a couple of very active social media accounts. So if you're listening to this podcast and you don't like or currently follow our Instagram or Facebook accounts, please do. Get on there. We're just changing things up a bit. We're trying to share a little bit more content when I remember, and making some reels and a little bit more different stuff for people to follow. So if you see any reels about Rowie, make sure you comment on them and laugh, smiley faces, ha faces. That guy. Make sure you can support us in that way as well as
Share,
as well as
subscribe.
rating our podcast. So yeah, that all helps for us.
We are on the YouTubes as well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we record everything. You get to see our faces while we do all the funny, cool shit.
Yeah.
We do some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we do.
We'd appreciate it. Makes it a lot easier when we're trying to, as we said before, approach sponsors and things. The very first thing I look at is the engagements, all that sort of stuff. So if you'd like to do that, that'd be really helpful. Help us out a lot. We really would appreciate it. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say before I say the very last bit?
I have nothing left to say.
Good.
All done.
Whoa. You're all done, King Man.
Infinito.
Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. And remember, if you can't get out of it, get into it and don't put sugar in your coffee.
My hats off to y'all. Thanks a lot.